Hey guys, welcome to Bastion Time. I am your host Bastion. This is Let's Play Final Fantasy Adventure, also known as Heading North. Yes, I do want to take my chocobo with me. So, something that's kind of amusing about this particular episode, and all future episodes, is this is some timey-wimey stuff for you. So, it's now several days, well, as I explained in the previous episode, that previous episode took place at two separate times over the course of, there was, I was recording the previous episode and then I had to stop recording the previous episode, and then several days passed, but then I continued recording the episode several days later. But what you don't know is that during those several days I actually started recording a new series, so that's kind of interesting. So eventually there will be a series that will come out, a different Let's Play series that will come out, and then you'll be like, what? Because I'll talk about the fact that the whole reason why that other series exists is a result of some silly stuff that happened. I'm not explaining this very well at all. Okay, so basically here's the thing. I was going to okay then. All that guy said was north. Well, north, but north where? But anyways, so my plan was I was going to be away from home for several days, and so I was going to bring my laptop and all of my recording software and everything and record finish the series, basically, the Final Fantasy Adventure series, during those several days while I was gone from home. However, that did not happen. Oh my gosh, that was poor mapping. Look at that. You can go down and then be stuck. Whoops, did they not notice that they didn't do that right? I was obsessive about that kind of stuff when I was mapping a Zelda-style overworld. Anyways, I digress. Hey, this could be it, maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. Anyways, yeah, so that was my plan. I was going to finish recording this particular game over those several days, and I was pretty prepared. I had, I felt like I had everything that I needed to make that happen. I forgot one key aspect, though, and that was the save file from this game. Kind of needed that. So I didn't have that, and I certainly wasn't going to replay this entire game to get up to that point, and didn't even really necessarily know exactly what that point was, so yeah, that didn't happen. So then I was like, well, I've got all of my recording software and everything. I guess I can just go ahead and start recording a new series. Why not? So I did. And I was going to, the other funny thing is, so I was going to record what I plan on the next series being. I was going to go ahead and record that, but then I didn't have a copy of that game with me, and yeah, so it's emulation, but it's also tricky because it's a new translation of a Japanese-only game, so I just didn't feel like doing the whole patching process again, because I already did it in preparation. So at this point, I really have no idea where I'm supposed to be going. But I'm just going to keep babbling while I wander around, I guess. So I couldn't do that. which is frustrating because that was going to be the next series that I was going to be doing. So then I was like, well, I guess I'll go ahead and record something that, I mean, I was like, I just really want to play Final Fantasy Adventure. Well, I can do the next best thing, and hey, this is a palm desert. Wasn't he telling me to go to the palmy desert? But this is the same. This can't possibly be the right desert because this is the desert that I've already been to many, many times. Huh. So anyways, I was like, well, I know what I'll do. I was always going to plan on doing this anyway. I was going to play the remake of this game, Sword of Mana, that came out for the Game Boy Advance, but I obviously wasn't going to release, I wasn't going to do that immediately after this, because what would be the point? It's basically the same game. I mean, they're brand new levels, and the design of it is completely different, and the gameplay style is quite a bit different, but it's basically the same game. It's the same basic plot, so couldn't really see, doing that next. But I figure I'll do it at some point, so why not just record it and then, have it like ready to go, ready to release when it's time for it. So, but I recorded about 6 or 7 episodes. I don't know exactly how many episodes of that I recorded. Quite a few. I got, a good chunk into the game, and so that will be very interesting because at some point I'll have to return to that game, and again, the mapping doesn't quite add up. Yeah, at some point I'll have to return. Oh, I wonder if there's something funky about those palm trees. I don't think I can cut through palm trees though, but it did seem... No, this doesn't even look... Oh, down here. So anyways, yeah, that'll all be pretty interesting because I started recording a game that I won't be finishing for months. Which is kind of a bad idea for me because I have a terrible memory, and I'm going to definitely forget everything by the time I get back to that. So maybe what would behoove me would be to go ahead and, after I finish this game, to just go ahead and finish playing Sword of Mana, finish recording it, and then keep it all on the hard drive and go ahead and do another couple games before I end up putting that out. Yeah, I have no idea where I'm going, so I'm going to consult the magical tome. One moment. Okay, guys, here we are. Yes, I consulted the mystic tome, and it gave me directions to here, which is very out of the way kind of place, so I don't feel too terrible. I didn't consult it enough to really know where to go from here, but I figure that's part of the journey. I'll just go ahead and explore this area. I actually have no idea. No. There we go. I actually have no idea what my most powerful weapon is at this point. 106 versus the flame chain, which is 96. Definitely not the flame chain. Can I use the rusty sword? That's only 78. So I guess the Zeus axe it is. Oh no, what about the thunder? 104. I kind of like this better though, I think, so I'll use this for now. Okay, let's see here. Did I stumble directly to it? That's hilarious. Okay. Whoa, and I'll just exit for no reason whatsoever. Okay. I know it's a little too early in video gaming for it to do the fun little, you know, as soon as you enter a dungeon where it tells you the name of the dungeon. I mean, I guess that doesn't even make any sense, and nuts. Nuts. I guess that doesn't even make any sense anyway. You just mystically know as soon as you enter a place in modern games where you are. I wish that were true for me. I very seldom know where I am most of the time. I have, besides a terrible memory, I have an incredibly... Oh, hey, it's the Lich. I feel like it's adventure time suddenly. Oops. Oh, how did he... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, whoa. I have got to cure. Or, yeah, cure. Darn it. Wow. He's crazy powerful. Can I leave? Okay then. Let's try that again. Yowzers. Yeah, this isn't happening. Okay then. Well, thank goodness I saved where I did. Yeah, let's pre-equip cure. That's not cure. Actually, let's try out some magic on him just to see how it goes. I've got these magic things, I may as well try to make some use of them. And I forgot that I've probably got to actually aim it at him. Item. Oh gosh darn it. I forgot about that stupid... Okay, so this was a failure. I don't even really need to continue trying with this one. Yeah, I'm never using Blizzard again on a boss or on any kind of enemy, unless of course I'm trying to do the stupid. I'm dying on purpose right now, by the way. Okay, let's take another stab at this. Okay, let's get cure ready and make sure I'm all full on my will bar, and then run directly into a shield and not bother. Oh my gosh. I am terrible at aiming. At least I don't have to aim at his head like I was thinking I had to for a second there. He is kind of unavoidable. Yeah, and my, oh boy, this is a hard one. I cannot stay ahead of the thing because my cure magic really doesn't do much. Darn it. I wish his pattern was a bit more predictable. Whoa, I forgot to equip Cure. I was trying to cure myself and wondering why it wasn't happening. Darn it. Oh, good. I thought that was going to be a failure, but it wasn't. Huzzah! Defeated Lich. Received the Magic Book of Nuke. Learned Nuke. Okay, now that we have Nuke, then what? Well, it's something about the Crystal Desert. I think I've got a cast, if I remember right, although I don't think anybody told me this. Maybe Sibba did and I accidentally skimmed over it, but if I remember right, what I've got to do is cast Nuke on... and of course, Nuke, by the way, in case you're not familiar with this whole process, old school Final Fantasy games from the NES and SNES and Game Boy era used completely different names. They had a completely different translation team than subsequent Final Fantasy games and related games. So Nuke is actually Meteor, if I remember right. So I've just got to find the Crystal Desert at this point. I always seem to bump into it, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Let's see here. So, yeah, Nuke. Nuke is Meteor, if I remember correctly, and Lit is, you know. But anyways, let's see here. None of this is the Crystal Desert. I don't think this leads me into the Crystal Desert. I think this just traps me into some nonsense that I always fall for. Yep. Yeah, I'm getting out of here. It's funny, I always feel like I get stuck. I mean, it would be very nice if instead of squares, this was an actual map. So I could see, oh, that's where the Crystal Desert is. I will head to there, but if it's just squares, how does that really help me much? Same issue from back in the day in early Zelda. Zelda 1, of course, had only the same kind of map where you couldn't really make heads or tails of where you were with regard to it. I don't even think did Zelda 2 Adventure of Link have any kind of map? I don't think it did. It didn't have a map for the dungeons or the overworld, if I remember correctly. Okay, here's the Crystal Desert. That made things easy. Well, I guess that's probably it for this episode then. In the next episode, we'll explore the Crystal Desert. See you then, guys. Bye!